ROI, what is it? Why should you know about it? And how can it benefit you? Let's get started. So what does ROI stand for? To put it simply, it stands for return on investment. And exactly how that name suggests, it's what are you expecting to see as a return for any investment you put into any aspect of the business? Why is it useful to know what this means? Because whenever you're spending money on the business, and especially if it's a young business, it's really important to be putting money back into the business, into all manner of different things, whether that be content collateral, or whether that be buying coffee for the office. Certain things you're not going to expect to see a return on that investment, such as the coffee, or let's say paper towels or something. That's an investment that's going to decrease in value and you'll ultimately end up throwing it away. But things such as a video, a website, a fresh branding, these are investments that are going to accumulate value over time if used correctly and put in the right place. And these are the kind of things that are a more useful investment and the sort of thing where an ROI is something that you could consider. Let's use video as a good example as a return on an investment. If you're putting money into a video project, you would hope to see some sort of return on this, but it depends on why you're making this video. Where's it going to go? Who's going to see it? How are you going to get them to see it? And there's different ways of capturing an audience attention and capturing the value of what you're investing in. So whenever you're making a video, it's important to understand where that investment's going, what you want to see as a return from that. Is it something that you want to see immediate conversions and sales? Or is it something that is just going to add value to your brand over a longer period of time? So you're capturing an audience attention. So let's say that video sits on your homepage. Really useful thing to have for any brand is a video on the homepage. It's not necessarily something that you could expect to see immediate returns from, but over a longer period of time as people are visiting your website, that video could mean the difference between someone looking further into your brand, making that phone call, or going somewhere else. These are the kind of investments into a business, be that marketing, the visual identity, that you should and can expect to see some sort of return on. It's a good thing to remember, especially if it's a bigger project or something that's going to cost you more money, is understanding when you should expect to see a return, or even if you should expect to see a return, because that can then dictate whether or not you're able to invest in it, what the kind of budget is that you can put into that. So now you can start to understand why ROI, return on investment, is a really useful thing to remember, because of course you want to invest into whatever the venture is that you're doing. So you want to make progress, you want to build and you want to grow, but understanding and managing your own expectations of an investment is really crucial, especially for a young brand, but even for the bigger brands. But when you're investing, always consider what you're expecting to see as a return. What would your idea of a successful investment be? Just remember that not everything will yield financial results, but an expansion of your network or raising your brand awareness. These are the kind of things that are still a return, things that are going to pay off over a longer period of time, but can still be considered a return of your investment. They're just harder to track. So whenever you're considering investing into any aspect of a project, ask yourself the question, what do I want to see as a return from this? Because if you can understand that and you can decide what your idea of success is, then you'll have a better idea of how to approach that particular project and how to work with the necessary people that you might need on that project. So those are a few useful points to remember for return on investment, or ROI. Stay tuned for more content like this, where we try and provide useful business insights to help you on your journey towards success. If you have any thoughts, questions, or queries, leave a comment below.